Hi guys, I'm here with Corey Goode, and my name is Mike Waskosky, and I'm putting together an event with Corey called the Ascension Summit in August, this August 12th through 15th in Colorado Springs, which is where I live. And I've set up meetup.com communities here. I've got large metaphysics and ET disclosure communities here that many of these people you'll get to meet if you come out to the event. We'll also have a live stream available. So I just thought I'd share a bit more of the updates about this event with Corey today. How you doing, Corey?
Doing good, good. I'm looking forward to this event. I know you've put a lot of work into it. Debbie has, and so is Elizabeth. It's going to be an exciting event. That's going to be, it looks like it's going to be pretty unique, is it not?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, there are so many different ideas we came up with for this event. And it was interesting. It was basically the same week. We kind of came up with pieces of the idea that we should have a period of time on the main stage dedicated to the community that we've opened up now to speaker applications. And we received over 100 speaker applications. And this is absolutely fantastic to see so many people with amazing stories, interesting teachings, I guess, interesting developments that they've had in their lives that they like to share. So we're going to try to give a lot of time to people, but we've also now opened up a second stage on the Saturday of the event because we have more space in the venue on the Saturday of the event. So that we can have two different stages simultaneously. And so we'll be announcing those speakers shortly. The speaker applications are closing soon. Actually, July 23rd, they'll be closing. So get your application in right away. And also we'll have a surprise for people who applied who aren't going to be given because we can't accommodate everyone, but we'll have a backup method for people to help promote their content through we'll announce those details later, but I think it should be exciting for everyone. Yeah, so some other things we're going to be doing at this event, we're going to be gathering in the park on a few different parks on Sunday of the event. We only have one of the smaller ballrooms in the hotel reserved for Sunday so that people can come in and coordinate outings together. They can form groups, people, if they would like to do different outdoor activities that we'll have recommendations and plans for people. So you just have to show up to the room to decide on what you want to do. And we'll have multiple workshops in the park with Leigh. Jeffrey Ashur does QHHT. So we'll be doing a group QHHT session in the park. A lot of interesting things planned. And Corey will also be facilitating the VIP group hikes for the people who bought the VIP tickets.
Yeah, there's a lot of beautiful areas to hike around the area. I mean, it's we went on a hike with you and Elizabeth one time. It was really nice, but we've really fallen in love with hiking, living here in the Boulder area. So we're looking forward to sharing a hike with some of the people that come in as a part of the VIP group. Very
awesome. Yeah, and just in the case of rain, we have pavilions at all the parks reserved, so there'll always be something to be able to do. And anything else you're looking forward to in Colorado Springs, Corey?
Mainly just seeing everyone's face. I haven't seen Tribe in about a year. I saw some at East City last year, but so many people that I'm used to seeing their faces like 2 or 3 times a year, I haven't seen and I haven't heard from. And I know a lot of people are excited. At this event, people aren't coming just to watch, they're coming to participate. They're going to participate in the sharing on stage. And also we have all of these opportunities for people to come together and have the nurturing family reunion conversations that we haven't been able to have. So I'm excited about having everyone together.
Yeah. Yeah, and I also, I'm dedicating specific spaces. This will be on the handouts people get, specific spaces in the hotel venue for people to go and hang out. And we may have dedicated blocks of time for different subjects. If people want to go and say a contactee discussion time frame, you want to talk about your experiences, you'll have a chance to do that with a group of people. So we're trying to keep this as open as possible to the community because I have tons of experience just leading discussion groups in town where I know the most important thing is not to have a plan for that time and make sure that the people who are attending can synchronistically create the energy of the space, because it's always the combined energy of the consciousness of the people who attend a gathering that determines the most interesting and important and helpful flow. And it seems as though we all have like higher guides who come in and speak through us while we're in a group of people that are communicating with the higher guides of the other people who are there. So we don't even really know what it is that's going to come out of these sessions. And it's usually very, very impactful for people.
Yeah, at the last 3 events we've done, when we ask people to raise your hand if this is the first time you've ever been to this type of event or anything like this, 50-60% of people raise their hands. These aren't, just the same people coming every time. There are new people that are coming in constantly. If you have never been to this type of event, but you've always been curious, this experience is going to be the best first experience you could ask for. And people are going to be so hungry to see each other that it's just going to be a beautiful family reunion type of event. And we hope that a lot of new people come. If you're thinking about it, if you've thought about going to these types of events, this is the one you should try.
Definitely. Yeah. We're putting as much work as we can into these to make sure they're as friendly to people who are maybe unfamiliar with the territory, and just interested in getting a little bit more connected to a broader community. And it's so awesome to talk to people who are like you, that you haven't had a chance to really engage with deeply, and you're not crazy, you're not alone in some of these experiences people have had. It's just wild what's possible out there.
Yeah, it's amazing. I've heard, what the funny thing is when we have these meet and greets after I do talks or David Wilcock would do talks, we would have sometimes hundreds of people lined up to speak with us. And some of the time, they're excited to meet us, personally, usually they are, but they have been just waiting to tell us their story, to tell us their experience. And there are so many people that haven't been able to share that are going to be able to do it at this event. I'm very excited to see, how, everyone responds when they're sharing information and they see correlations. It's going to be exciting.
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. And we look forward to having a great high vibration meal plan. I'm going to work with the chef to make sure we have as clean of food as possible, non-GMO, make sure we're very high quality lunches and dinners for people who buy the meal plan. There are a lot of restaurants nearby. If you can't afford the meal plan, it's a little bit more expensive because of the COVID situation. It shifted the way they had to sell food at the restaurant, at the venue. But we look forward to eating with you guys as well in the meal areas.
Yeah, a lot of communing in the meals. What about camping? There's some pretty good campsites around, are there not?
Yep, I just added some campsites on the places to stay page. If you go to the website and look at the top menu, look for places to stay, you'll see a list of some of the campsites that are the closest to the venue, maybe a 15-minute drive, some of them. So yeah, there should be plenty of options there. And Hip Camp is another good option to find people who have their backyards open for camping if you're interested in that kind of thing too.
Yeah, that's very interesting. It's kind of like a Airbnb, but you camp on people's property.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
Yeah, we'll have lots of vendors, and if you are a vendor and you're interested in selling, we still have some spaces available. We have my good friend Tom is actually selling wooden pyramids that I've been benefiting from these pyramids that are very large. You can sit inside of them, maybe 4.5 feet at the base. They fold up very easy. You can transport them very easy. We're going to have those set up in the atrium area. This hotel has this most amazing energy in this atrium that's right adjacent to the lobby. You'll notice right when you walk in, you'll see glass doors on the side and a bunch of trees inside that area. That's the atrium. There's a children's play area and a pool on the other side of the atrium. But in the closest to the lobby part of the atrium, we're going to have a bunch of the meditation pyramids set up. And also the check-in table will be over there. So yeah, look, you're going to enjoy it if you haven't tried it before.
Yeah, I know we already have hundreds of people coming, and we expect more to buy tickets at the last minute as they normally do. But, I've heard on social media from a lot of our tribe that are in other countries that normally would come. Usually we have a good 30%, 20% or more of people that come from out of the country, but a lot of them are so restricted in their travel right now. And they have been very happy that we are this year offering an online streaming access to the entire event.
Yeah. And I think it's very likely we're actually going to have 2 simultaneous live streams. Of course, everything is going to be recorded for replay access too. If you buy the live stream, you'll have access to extra content from these community speakers who will be on the second stage. We'll make sure that everything is available that's on these stages for people to watch.
Awesome. That's great.
All right. Anything else, Corey?
No, I mean, in regards to the event, I'm very excited at the number of people that are already coming. I'm excited to see you when you come. And we're very excited to just experience the energy of being together in the communion. So please join us. We're looking very forward to having a very good time with our Light family. Yeah.
And also I could share, I'm going to be co-hosting it with Trisha Margus, and we got some interesting ideas to keep things very exciting for people. And I'm going to be sharing personally on the Law of One books. I'll be sharing some more about the archetypes of the evolution of the spirit, some of the more challenging aspects of the material that I've been personally processing more and more. For example, the nature of becoming the archetypes, how our identity is so tied with the issues that we face in life, but how we can move our identity more into the archetypal natures. For example, they say the potentiator of the spirit, they refer to simply as lightning. They contrast it against the matrix of the spirit, which is the devil, and the light and the darkness contrasted against each other are the foundations of what create the spiritual path. Faith is the catalyst of the spirit, which emerges immediately after you have the expression of identifying with the light itself. And so I may do a meditation exercise with people trying to understand the nature of this light, that we're essentially trying to become light and love in this earth and let go of our separate identities.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm going to be doing my presentation over such things as shadow beings, demonic attachments, spiritual warfare. I've learned quite a bit the last 5, especially 3 years, being a target of this type of activity of warfare. So I've learned quite a bit. We're going to share a lot of information about shadow beings. What are they? Human spirits, ghosts, how they can interfere in your behavior, and how they can be confused for shadow beings. We're going to go kind of in depth about the different types of shadow people that people have witnessed and what they could be, even talking about orbs, and also ways to fight back in the spiritual warfare. And finally, towards the end, we're going to talk about how to find your Zen, to find your good vibe that you can, and ways to hold on to those good vibes through this end times madness, when everyone around us who has all of these entity attachments are acting out. And also some people may identify possibilities of entity attachments in themselves in this course, and will have an opportunity to cleanse themselves and try to get on the right path. It should be an interesting presentation.
It's a very interesting subject in general. As I've been interviewing many people in the community, many people who are normally just very, very positive, radiant people. Some of those people can have the most bizarre negative experiences, because it's almost as though the light and the darkness, they're attracting each other on different levels. And it's quite profound to me how, the Law of One, for example, says that if we're not able to acknowledge the reality of some of the negative energies that are being sent at us, sometimes that can invite the prolonging of the effects of those energies, because we have to face and we have to work through and deal with the things that are being presented to us by the universe. So as a part of our overall growth process.
Yeah, we have no choice, or we just go mad.
Yeah,
it's one of the two. So yeah, I'm looking very forward to talking about that in my presentation. I know where Stacy is deciding what she's going to present on. There could possibly be some sort of an interview format with her and someone else, and then doing a Q&A. I know the community, some people have a lot of questions for her, you know, her experience and point of view of what all has happened. So, you know, we're excited about that. And, you know, we've got a lot of other really great speakers that are going to offer information on the perfect topics for right now. You know, the spiritual warfare, we're all going through it, dealing with karma, and just missing the communion of being together with people of like vibration. I'm looking very forward to it. I can't wait. It's only just a few short weeks away.
Yeah, I'll say regarding Stacy, it's been amazing just to get to chat with you two together and see how many stories there are that you guys have gone through that people haven't even heard yet. It's really fascinating what your life has been like together. Yeah,
yeah, it's been eventful. It's been eventful. We've been married for 28 years. It's a long time, and yeah, we've seen just about everything in that 28 years. It's been a crazy ride. She has a lot of stories of her own.
yeah, yeah. Especially that download she had. It sounded like one of the most profound things I'm more than I've ever experienced. That when she, I guess when she first started talking with you about more of the deep information, she had that big download, right?
Yeah, it was pretty bizarre. It hit her just really hard. She was very confused. She'll probably talk about that. She's talked about that before in an interview, but I'm sure we're going to pull a lot of really new stuff out, especially when we get to the Q&A. I know we get really good questions from people in the audience during Q&As, and that sometimes that brings out more information than, you know, being questioned by someone like David or Dr. Salla.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I look forward to seeing you guys. It'll be great.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing everyone.
Yep. So I guess that about covers it for now.
Yeah, that covers everything I wanted to talk about. But yeah, people can, you know, get on our mailing list. That's the number one thing if you want to, you know, follow what's going on. And you can go to coreygoode.com, and pretty much that's the nexus point for all of the other things we are doing. And you know, we're looking very forward to inviting people to join Ascension Works TV here very soon. Mike has been working his butt off on that. It's going to be a very cool streaming platform meant for the community and their content without fear of it being misappropriated and all these other changed, re-edited, all of these other things that happen with other entertainment companies. And you know, we're going to give people an opportunity to bring their mission to the streaming platform. We already have a couple of people that have recorded their first seasons, including Starr MacKinnon, and I was blown away. Her the first episode I watched was amazing. It was great quality, and the information was presented very well. I was very excited about that. But it's also going to be a social media platform kind of mixed. So it's going to be unique, like everything else we do, and geared towards the community. And you know, we're very excited. Like I said, there are a lot of interesting things that are coming up that it'd be great if you get on our email list, and we'll make sure that you're informed at coreygoode.com.
Yeah, it's been absolutely amazing to work on so many projects that, you know, I've been dreaming about some of these projects that are finally coming to fruition for me. And I hope to share many more details about this later. I feel like there's so much I could talk about there, but I'll probably have to hold that for another video. But it's going to be a very exciting platform that we can use to really come together as a community to sustain each other, basically. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, people are going to have ways to make money through streaming, doing streaming work of their own, and have the freedom to present on the type of information they want to without being censored, you know, to a responsible degree, of course. And then everyone in the community that is a part of this platform is going to be able to also communicate with each other through the social media. It's very exciting. I'm very, very excited to open it up and see what everyone in the community thinks about it.
Yep. Hopefully we'll be announcing that in August as well. Much more of those details.
Hopefully in August, there will be a lot of very interesting and exciting announcements. I've been kind of dropping hints about a TV show on a major network with a friend of mine, and I'm hoping that in August we can drop that information. And it's going to be exciting, very exciting.
Okay, is that it then?
That's it. I'm looking forward to seeing everyone in a few weeks.
Hello, I'm Corey Goode, and today we're discussing the Ascension Summit. It's going to be a 3-day event that I'm partnering with Mike Waskosky to put on in beautiful Colorado Springs.
The event will be 3 days. The first 2 days, a traditional conference with speakers, except we're inviting many of you from the community to speak at the event. There's a form on the website, and we'd like to hear your stories and your experiences.
Yeah, sort of like little TED Talks.
Yeah. And we're excited to have a lot of speakers from the community. James Gilliland, Tricia Margus.
Yes, Tricia's going to be actually co-hosting. Along with speakers, we're going to have excursions and community outings.
We're going to gather together some people to lead hikes and guided meditations out in wilderness, out in the parks here and the mountains. And so hopefully we can make this a very, very synchronistic connection time for a lot of people to get to know each other better and to get more spiritually grounded and connected in nature. And we know that it's just scientifically proven that grounding in nature is what's really healthy for the human body and for the soul.
Yeah, and after the last year plus of lockdowns and the pandemic and all of the fear and family, freaking out and having to deal with that, friends, now you can come together with a bunch of like-minded people, come together with tribe, and let the healing and reconnecting begin.